Hi, I'm Dr. Michael Richie, and I want to thank you for joining me today. Now, we're approaching the dog days of summer as we get into August, and things get a little heated up. Outside, the weather gets dry and hot, maybe some wind mixed in. I want to talk today about a subject that you may not think is relevant to the eyes, but it really is. Quite simply, how much water do you drink every day? Now, I know that every one of us fills up at least a couple of these every day for our morning cup of coffee. And more times than not, it's loaded with caffeine. Others aren't shy at all about popping open a can of Diet Coke or Mountain Dew. Unfortunately, caffeinated beverages do not really help us when we talk about hydration. Why? Caffeine is what we call a diuretic, and it's going to make us go to the bathroom more, and we're going to lose all that added fluid in our urine. So, I'm not saying that you can't have your morning cup of coffee, but you also need to think about drinking some of this. Now, can you drink it out of the tap? Absolutely. But we have to drink more water. Our recommendation is that you should be drinking 64 ounces of water a day as a minimum. Now, keep in mind that the coffee doesn't count towards your fluid intake because it has caffeine. Decaffeinated beverages, some energy drinks, and some flavored waters, they count. But also keep in mind that if you drink too much of the sweetened fluids, you're going to increase your sugar intake. So water all by itself is fabulous. Now think about that. 4 of these a day will get you to that 64 ounces. If you prefer to drink out of a glass, glasses are typically 8 ounces, you're going to need 8 of them. 4 of these, 8 glasses, or if you're energetic and you want to drink out of a bigger bottle, 2 or 3 of these. Now, why is it relevant to the eye? Hydration is relevant to everything. Your overall well-being, your fatigability. So if you're out in the yard working, if you're in the garden, if you go for a walk, if you're dehydrated, you're not going to get very far. Cramping. Anybody who suffers from cramps, leg cramps, feet cramps, cramps at night when you're sleeping, hydrate and you'll find that the cramps improve. Now there are other reasons for cramping, but hydration is step number 1. As far as the eyes are concerned, water intake is vital in treating and preventing dry eyes. If we don't have enough fluid in our system to make salivary fluid or saliva, we're not going to have enough to make tears. So poor hydration is really a problem for everybody. There are very few of us who drink enough water without making a concerted effort. Water can improve dry eye dramatically. In fact, for treating dry eye, that's the number 1 step that we instruct everybody. You need to drink at least 64 ounces of water a day. That doesn't include your coffee. Iced tea also has caffeine. Sodas all have caffeine. So it needs to be decaffeinated fluids, preferably without sugars. So, as you face the heat of August, remember, drink up, but drink up out of one of these. Thanks again for joining me.